Welcome to today's strange YouTube fascination, which is that there is a feature called restricted mode, which I have turned on here in the tab. It's easy to get here. It's in different locations in other versions of YouTube because YouTube isn't one site really. It's like a TV app and 4 different phone apps and so on. But on desktop, you just find it really quickly by clicking on your profile thing. And this is a thing that people are currently panicking about. I don't know if that's valid or not because I don't know if it applies to most people. People are basically worried that oh god, all my content's hidden in restricted mode. What are we going to do? But I don't think that people use restricted mode. I think restricted mode is more of a thing that is put upon you. Like if you are a child that has your account parent locked by your parents, I guess child locked by your parents, or a certain like internet administrators, like I think they can make it so that all of the school computers at your elementary school are restricted mode, which limits what you can access on YouTube and so on. For me, my fascination with this is less that it's a thing that I'm worried about with my channel. It's more that I'm fascinated with how it's like a fake feature. Because YouTube constantly launches features, but they are an algorithmically driven website with a billion pieces of user-generated content every day. And so none of their features ever actually work. This is also fascinating because there was already a setting called YouTube Kids. So this is different from YouTube Kids in some not entirely distinct way. Seemingly an attempt to create like YouTube, but it's safe for work. YouTube, but you can watch it on a plane. YouTube, but it's your middle school can have, I don't know. Like the exact use case isn't entirely clear. And I think that they avoid stating super specific things about what it's for because of the fact that it doesn't necessarily accomplish anything specific. It kind of does just remove a bunch of videos from YouTube without specifying what it's removing. I wonder what my front page looks like in restricted mode. What's it going to suggest to me? Immediately Donald Trump. Well, that's obviously not safe for work. Well, that's a lot to take in at once. It's Trump and PragerU kids, and this website's like that'll be great for kids. That's good for restricted mode somehow. More Trump. Okay, I'm already tired of this experiment. Jesus, the soundtrack of Off. I guess so. A bunch of sports stuff. A Georgia ice raid. Of course. I'm guessing that places like CNN and all these like websites that have news are just safe from restricted mode. They like are official. They're more established and legit parts of the world. So they have special permissions probably that make them just immune to this. Because I would imagine if you're restricting anything from being that's because it's supposedly not safe in some way, you think you'd be getting rid of the fucking ice raid video. But I don't even know, man. Smooth McGroove, I have not thought about him for a while. Wow. So on my channel, my Let's Play channel, where I upload like 3 videos a day, and I have like 18 or 19,000 videos overall, I was pretty amazed to see what happens when in restricted mode, which is that I see the handful of recent Nia Patreon videos, and quickly right here, we're already to 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh, wow. So everything I upload lately is NSFW according to this game. According to this thing. Fucking You Left Me? A game partially about suicide is safe by whatever metric this is. Deltarune isn't safe enough. Weirdly, the Stardew Valley game that I said is surprisingly dark, Grimshire, where you can die, it has somebody mutilated to death in its opening. That's safe for work, apparently. Just really weird mishmash of like, you can watch like 4 episodes of my Zelda playthrough. They were already all the way down to my 3 months ago announcement of this channel itself. You can watch 2 episodes of Chants of Sonar, only the finale of Cocoon. We're already a year ago, so Balatro is safe. Me talking about Pal World is on here. Faith, that's a horror game. Interesting algorithm we have here. Fallout New Vegas, this freaking specific DLC that's full of a bunch of charred corpses. That one's safe somehow. Basically, my entire Tears of the Kingdom playthrough is censored by whatever metric. No one knows. The thing about YouTube features is that they're all just a black box algorithm. They just make an algorithm try to do something. and then they just let it do it via machine learning. And they don't really have a way of telling what its thought process is most of the time either. They just kind of set it loose on the world. That's how a lot of these websites work these days. And then they say, we did it. We launched a feature. It accomplishes something. And then they accept credit for having that feature. A shocking amount of Signalis is available. That is a very violent horror game that's almost entirely me shooting horrible, misshapen clone creatures and stuff. And Golden Isle is a game about murders. But Taiji is censored, a game where I just walk around an open field and solve block puzzles and there's no violence. I don't even remember if there was a story. I'm just walking around a flower garden with block puzzles, and that's more censored than freaking Signalis somehow. Professor Layton, Stray. This is just fascinating. I don't have a specific agenda here. People have been making a big deal about this on social media because they just discovered that this feature exists, and they think that it's the downfall of society, and it's like the reason their videos are struggling. And maybe my videos have been really doing badly lately. So if more people, I don't know how many people use restricted mode, but if most of my content is unavailable in this mode, then that would potentially be bad, because it could have, obviously, if any percentage of the audience is watching stuff on restricted mode, then the stuff that's friendly to that mode will do better in the algorithm, simply because more people are interacting with it and watching it than would otherwise, even if that's a small amount. And so that does give an edge to safer work content in that way. So on that level, it's frustrating, whatever their definition of this might be. I'm fascinated by this being here. This is the one where we yell boobs, 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 breasts, vagina. It's a non-flat womanhood object. Boobs, boobs, boobs. Breasts. Was the answer vagina? Ass. This is safe for work.
All under arrest for horny.
Hips. Are we gonna get there? Are we gonna get there? Womb. Jesus. I think it was bra and dildo. Yeah, it's bra. I do the video that has boobs, boobs, breasts, dildo, ass. That one's safe. Admit it. So people always point these things out and they observe it like it's a contradiction, which it is in real human terms. But it always was worth remembering that there's no review board that actually rates the quality levels of things on the internet. It is just a dumb machine learning algorithm that's just guessing, and that's why we have these completely insane results. But yeah, my main thing I'm learning here is that whatever this mode is and however prevalent it is, the vast majority of my career is incompatible with it. So that's a bit worrying. Hey, that's me announcing my video essay channel. We already got there. How did we get there already? That's insane. Devotion is on here? Okay. But this is where it gets really dire. Speaking of my video essay channel, the only video on my entire video essay channel that's not explicit, apparently, or not mature, is my announcement of the channel you're watching right now. Every actual video I've worked on is suppressed into this particular thing. So that's a bit worrying, because that means that there's some kind of hierarchy of ratings that this website has decided upon, and apparently all of my content that I care about the most all counts as being on some level mature content, which is interesting. Maybe it's just when you swear ever a single time in the entire video. I don't know. It's interesting because, like, most of the videos that I've made are not sexual. Most of them are queer, but there are also just ones where I'm just like, let's talk about the Monster Hunter movies. I think they're bad. And I'm not like a weird edgelord that like has strange, dark, or vile or vulgar jokes the whole time. I'm just like, yeah, here's the I thought they directed this fighting scene bad. And that one's on in here too. Like, what the fuck? And then the channel we're on right now, none of the videos you're watching right now, it's just the re-upload of my Zelda video essay that I didn't think was that I just wasn't that interested in. I took down at some point. I've re-uploaded over here. That's the only content on this entire channel. Huh. Restricted is right. It definitely restricts a lot of content. And then on No Playing Games, this is really puzzling. The short story written by Horror Buns about like child abuse and stuff, and a preacher being murdered in front of his eyes. That's the only piece of safe for work content on the entire No Playing Games channel. Our entire tabletop channel is just gone. And I wonder what Illusory. Let's look at Illusory Wall actually. My buddy Illusory Wall just does little slow. A fair amount of it is on here, it looks like. I don't know how this compares to when it's off. Let's find out. So this Lethal Company video is 8 videos ago right now. Restricted mode off. So he fares a bit better, but not that much better. Yeah. So of his 16 most recent videos, 8 of them are arbitrarily censored by this mode. I'm unimpressed, YouTube. You are an unimpressive platform on a regular basis. This is just clearly a completely arbitrary and useless feature. All it does is shotgun blast a bunch of content off of its platform, and then when people see less stuff, they're like, ah, this must be the safe for work version of YouTube. It's arbitrarily cut out like 50% of its content in an incomprehensible way. Because these are the most clinical, slow, just hangout videos where Illusory just explains like obscure mechanics about how a game works, and 50% of them are missing. What? Which ones and why? It's just, it's literally inscrutable. That's what's really frustrating about so much of YouTube, is that you literally cannot tell why anything works the way it does. And I don't think they can either. And that is scary. The part where people are freaking about this feature right now, I think that they're misinterpreting its use, and I don't think it actually is that prevalent as of a feature. But it is a symbol of how YouTube features work, and that sucks. Like, to get another little thing real quick, here's a fun piece of garbage that I get to see on YouTube. It's the inspiration tab. We're doing a little bonus story here. I technically just used AI, so if you want to cancel me, do it now, I guess, because I'd click. If I ever click on this tab, it just does AI at me. And so then it's just like, hey, buddy, you want some AI? And it just suggests video topics to me with a thumbnail. What if Deltarune characters played tabletop RPGs? AI-generated thumbnail. Indie dev interview, crafting blueprints as puzzles. Admittedly, yes, my viewers probably would watch me interview the developer of blueprints. I don't think I can access them that easily. Solving Golden Idol's life transfer mystery. That's just the story of the game. That's just playing the game. Unpacking deep lore of undeterred indie games. Underrated. I'm sorry. That was just me being dumb. Reacting to internet's weirdest indie game fandoms. Okay. So YouTube now has a tab where it just automatically suggests video premises at you. What's fascinating here is that even the website doesn't claim any of these topics are good. So this AI will suggest things, and even when it knows it's not a good idea for a video, it'll still be like, yeah, you should make that. You should make this garbage video. Then it automatically generates thumbnails and so on. I do kind of wonder what Mr. Beast's thing was supposed to offer, because he was making a service for this, but this feature was already here in YouTube. So I don't know what Mr. Beast thought he was going to accomplish by having an AI-generated, like, video suggesting tool when that's already literally on YouTube already. But it's bad. It's bad for several reasons. It's bad because the actual output is trash, largely speaking. What if Deltarune characters played tabletop RPGs? First of all, this is a Let's Play channel, and not a single video here is about me playing a game, so that's already a weird suggestion inherently. But it really is just like mashing keywords together of stuff that people have clicked on and hoping that it sounds like a video, and then just kind of unrelatedly generating a nonsense image, and that's just what it does. But it's also part of like YouTube's constant need to chase trends and grow arbitrary features, this endless chimera thing. Basilisk, Hydra, that's the one with the too many heads and everything. And Google has invested in AI, so they're like, if you Google search anything, fuck you, you're using AI whether you want to or not. And so now when you Google anything, it just like automatically has AI there and trying to answer your question right below where you typed it in, and you have to go past that to get the real Google results and so on. And now just the back end of YouTube is just full of like making up video premises that aren't real and being like, make these videos. And which is alarming in its own way, because it just feels like sometimes like, oh, they would be happy to replace me, wouldn't they? Like they would love it if this website could also just make these ideas in a way that people would watch, and then they could just pay the electric bill for AI and not have any creators creating art. Cool. Anyway, this is my ongoing rants about strange YouTube shit. Anyway, it's worth considering if you have restricted mode on, but the funny paradox here is I can't warn you about that, because if I make a video trying to warn you about restricted mode, it'll probably be restricted, so you won't see it. So this is just me letting people know about a stupid feature that they're already not using because you can see me. Survivor bias and all that, I guess. See you later. My job is stupid.